Heyo, what's going on, everybody? Is everyone ready for this week's Monstar-Mash-Up? Because, as usual, what I do is I take one person's idea and another person's idea that had been written in the comment section of wherever this illustration is posted, or any of my mashups, the videos you see them, just write it down in the comment section, and I grab two people's ideas and I mash them together to create something new and crazy. This week's pretty epic. I've got Full Metal Alchemist Envy. I'm a huge Full Metal Alchemist fan, well, Brotherhood especially, and also Mass Effect's Garrus. I've never played Mass Effect, but it looks beautiful. Let's get to it. As usual, I start off with my base sketch of my pose. This way I can save a bunch of time. Sometimes I do little stick figures of poses, or I'll draw a full pose and then I'll actually erase it and redo it because I want to find something that kind of suits the character, or something that I think might be cute. And so to avoid that extra time during my sketching period, I just come to the consensus of what I want to do as my sketch pose, and then afterwards I can just start developing on top of it, which leaves me more room to be more creative, and you see more of the creative part. Because if you saw me just doing tons of poses until I found a good one, it's kind of a waste of the time that I'm spending. I decided to give her kind of the Garrus headpiece, but I make it kind of flowing off of her head. I thought that'd be cute. I gave her the eye piece that Garrus has, only I drew in the symbol of one of the deadly sins on her eye goggle piece. You'll see it later when I show like a closer up view. I put a lot of detail into this, a lot of robot, monster girl elements all throughout this illustration. I gave her a little tight black skirt to kind of go with the Envy design. I started realizing around this point that I've been putting a lot of Garrus into this, but not enough Envy, so I definitely start changing things up a little bit, as you see as I go forward. I make her hair longer and everything. I also gave her like the Garrus circular piece. I made it smaller. I had made a big one, but it kind of made me think of Darling in the Franxx, and I didn't want to do that. There's something I gotta tell you about when you're drawing, like for people that are new, let's say. So a lot of times when you sketch something out or you illustrate something and you're finished, you want to move on to the next drawing. That's not always that's not what I do. Sometimes, but rarely. So what I do is usually when I finish my sketch, I'll set it up as my background on my computer, so I look at it non-stop for like a couple of hours while I'm doing other things or whatever. You know, give yourself that break. I didn't like her face, so I thought that it had certain angles to it, like a Dr. Doom style helmet, where I didn't want that. I wanted to feel more like Envy, maybe a little more seductress, softer, rounder. So I kind of erased that, and then I used thinner lines to be able to create robotic lines around her face. This is the sort of thing where, after looking at it for a little while, I realized I wanted to do that. Also, you're going to notice her right hand. I'd also made a change, made it a little more anatomically correct. So it's just an idea on when you're doing your sketches that, you know, sometimes it helps to go back and change up certain things, and you need to look at it for a little while and then stop looking at it and then look at it again to really end up realizing certain mistakes that you might have made it, or tweaks that you can do. The more you do this in life, the better your illustrations are going to turn out, I guarantee it. Have a great day and see you next time.